What's good people? I welcome you back again to a brand new podcast presentation of Yosef's 2 Cents. I'm your man, Yosef X, and tonight I got some random thoughts about not only this whole P. Diddy case, but about relationship with fathers and their children, and overall just about life itself. I got some things that I want to get off of my chest that I normally keep to myself, but I find it necessary to address it here tonight. So let's do what we always do. Let's sit down and let's reason together. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a few moments. All right, y'all, we are back on this cold, well, not necessarily cold, but cool and crisp Sunday evening. And I want to give a shout out to all of our brand new subscribers on our YouTube channel. We have now increased our subscribers to 145. Shout out to all of you. And shout out to our faithful viewers for always making Yosef's 2 cents a part of your Sunday evening routine. I hope this Sunday has been a very pleasant one for you. Hope everything you got taken care of, and everything is just a bountiful blessing for you. And even if it's not, don't worry. Keep fighting, keep pressing on. It will get better for you. I see we have quite a few of y'all that have joined us here tonight. We got Sister Giselle in the house on the YouTube side. Thank you for joining us as well. We got Brother Barron on the Facebook side as well. Good evening to you. Get my ginger ale. Thanks for joining the fray. Greatly appreciate you. We got Sister Nadia in the house. Good evening to you. And thank you for joining us as well. We also have Lady Marla in the house. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us as well. J. Cole, what's good, bruh? Thanks for joining us. Shalom to you. Peace and blessings upon you as well. And thank you for the well wishes also. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I'm definitely working on it. And maybe one day I will be able to podcast on a full-time basis. Shout out to my man, J. Cole, for the well wishes as well. And before we get into it, I also want to thank all of you for the well wishes. This past week, I have been fighting a very, very severe head cold. And thankfully, I am overcoming it. I'm feeling better. I think I'm sounding better. I'm not as congested as I was before this week. And hopefully we will continue to move forward. And thank you for all of your prayers, your well wishes, your meditations. I'm coming back this way. And thankfully, it was not COVID related. I did take a COVID test, so the test came back negative. It came back negative. So I'm glad and I'm grateful to Almighty God, Yahuwah, for bringing me back this way. Before I get into my random thoughts on life, I know everybody wants to talk about this whole P. Diddy situation, this whole P. Diddy crisis. Let me look it up. I'm not able to put it on the screen, so I got to do the next best thing and just put it up on my phone and read it off to you guys. Because my Wi-Fi is acting a little weird. But when is it not acting weird? But P. Diddy is back in the news. And see, here's the thing with P. Diddy. The thing is, this man is no stranger to controversy. Everything that this man does or does not do, or whatever this man says or does not say, really does not surprise me in the latest. And the reason why it does not surprise me one single bit is because this man is no stranger to controversy. I mean, every time this man is in the news, he's always doing something foul. He's always doing something grimy. He's always doing some underhanded, scheming, conniving, grimy things. He's always doing somebody wrong. So it's really no surprise to me as to what he is accused of doing now. And according to the BBC, the British Broadcasting Company, it says here, Sean Diddy Combs, singer Cassie settles lawsuit accusing rap mogul of rape and abuse. Rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs and R&B artist Cassandra Cassie Ventura have settled a legal case one day after she accused him of rape and sex trafficking. Now, peep this. I want y'all to peep this. Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura have settled a legal case one day, a full 24 hours after she accused him of rape and sex trafficking. Listen, let me tell you something. If a man is innocent, especially of these serious charges, there is no way in the world he is going to settle that quick. Ain't no way. Ain't no way in the world. If a man is innocent of him being charged with these serious charges, these are some serious charges, he ain't gonna settle that doggone quick. He ain't settling that quick. 24 hours, a whole day after he was accused? Nah, bro. Ain't no way. There is absolutely no way in the world he's gonna settle. He's gonna settle one day, a whole 24 hours after being accused. Nah. That right there lets me know he's guilty. That lets me know he is guilty. And whatever underhanded and grimy things he's done in the past, especially now that he's back in the news, and and P. Diddy's doing something underhanded, yo, that is guilt, folks. That's guilt. There's no way in the world you are going to get me to sit here and tell you that he's innocent. Nah, miss me with that. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Nah, that's guilt. For real. He's guilty. Sister Israel, what's good? Thanks for joining the fray. Appreciate it. J. Cole observes, I have mixed thoughts about the P. Diddy lawsuit. On one hand, Cassie was looking for an opportunity to get money because she's no longer making music. But on the other hand, Diddy isn't no saint. He's been known as a backstabber and shyster for decades. He gave the money because he didn't want certain dirt coming out about him in court. Like I said, bro, he guilty. He guilty, bro. Lady Marla says, not at all. No. How in the world is somebody going to be able to and is willing to settle that quick? And like J. Cole said, there's some things about P. Diddy none of us knows anything about. We really don't know just how much dirt this cat has done to people. We can only go off of what we've been hearing But we really just don't know just how far the rabbit hole really goes when it comes down to him doing the foul, grimy things to people that he's been doing for a long time. That man is guilty. That man is flat out guilty. Sister Israel says, I was just talking about this earlier, how every time somebody says something negative about him, they end up dead. Like I said, he's guilty. And there's no telling what other things that he is guilty of. We really don't know. We really don't know. We really don't know. J. Cole also observes, and if he's so abusive and a sex trafficker and a rapist, why didn't she do criminal charges and why did she stay with him for 10 years? We're going to get into that. And that's my sentiments as well. We're going to get into all that. We are. Sister Israel says, so he can try to kill her like he did Jamie Foxx. So you think P. Diddy sacrificed Jamie Foxx? Because, listen, I've been hearing a lot of things about, Jamie, saying 1 minute that he is, he's making movies again and he's recovering. Then the next minute, people are saying that's his clone and saying the real Jamie Foxx has expired and all this kind of thing. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Nadia says she left him. I guess she's saying she left him many times in the past, but he sent his team to bring her back to him. I don't know. Marie, what's good? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. J. Cole says he's been known for banging other men while in relationships with women. He apparently got Biggie killed because he was jealous of his shine. I've been hearing a lot of different things. Brother Barron says his former security guard got a beating in prison recently. Jeez. Now that's something I didn't know. That's something I didn't know. Sister Israel says most definitely he did. Nadia says he will sacrifice Mary J. Blige next. Yes, P. Diddy had sex with Christopher Wallace. Let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all know all of this stuff? And how do you all know it to be factual and true? And the only reason why I ask this question is because you can't believe everything that you see and everything that you hear. Now, certainly, I suspect that there has been a lot of foul play involved. There has been a lot of recklessness, and I'm not saying that it happened or didn't happen. But I asked the question, how do you all know with full concrete proof that all of this is happening? Now, again, I'm not saying that any of this is not happening. And I'm not saying that it is happening. I have a suspicion that it is. And where are you getting your sources from? Where are you getting your sources from? And all these sources that you're getting your information from, are they reliable? Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me read this right quick. J. Cole said when Kid Cudi got with P. Diddy's ex, Cassie, his car randomly got blown up. I heard of that too. J. Cole continues, it's not smart to sign under P. Diddy. From the things that I've been hearing and the things that I've certainly have been reading, it certainly is not a good idea at all. Nadia says many have been interviewed on the Breakfast Club show. Okay. J. Cole continues, based on P. Diddy's mannerisms, you can tell he's bisexual. Sister Israel says because their bodyguards walked in on P. Diddy, and P. Diddy was giving Christopher Wallace, or that guy that sings a song, Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming, the business. And he threatened his bodyguard. He said if he tells, he's going to kill him. The Baron said he had Heavy D killed. I'm going to say again, here's the thing. Everything that I have been hearing about P. Diddy certainly has not been him being a paragon of virtue. I'm not going to tell you that I don't think any of this is above P. Diddy to do. I've heard a lot of things about these celebrities. And like I said, the things that I've been hearing about P. Diddy as of late, over the years, off and on, he certainly is not a paragon of virtue. You know, I've heard a lot of things about these celebrities, whether it's other celebrities saying certain things in their interviews or in their comedy concerts without giving away names, but certain incidents that have taken place. I would not put it past him. Let's see. J. Cole says, here's a question for you, Yosef. Why are most of his former artists dead or broke or really drugged up? My best answer to that question, he got a lot of stuff about him, and he's trying to do everything he can to keep all them bones in the boneyard. He's trying to keep all them skeletons in the closet. And he's willing to do anything and everything by any means necessary to keep his dirt on the low. And I say that based on everything that I have been hearing off and on over the years, and what I've recently heard about this case as well. Sister Israel says P. Diddy ex-wife said she was going to come out and expose P. Diddy in a book that she was going to write. And when P. Diddy found out about that, she was really going to expose him for who he really is. She ended up dead. And I do believe he has something to do with her death. Listen, y'all are telling me things about this cat that some of the things I didn't know about him and Biggie Smalls, the late Christopher Wallace, engaging in a same-sex affair or something. I don't know. Y'all keep up with all this stuff. I don't. Because the things that I've been hearing about these celebrities is virtually the very same thing that I'm hearing about P. Diddy. Some of it is not as bad, and some of it is a lot worse. Let's see who else has joined us. Daniel P., what's good, bro? Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope everything is well with you. J. Cole says, now, all of our claims may not be true, but the way he conducts business, I'm not surprised if most of it or all of it is true. Okay, I got you. I understand where you're coming from. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if any of this is true also. I really wouldn't. To really be honest and really be frank with you, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't. Oh, boy. Pun intended, huh? He has the right name. Bad Boys Entertainment. Oh, boy. Well, now I did hear about Kim Porter. I believe that's the young lady's name. And once again, the name Kim Porter and P. Diddy associated with one another. And also heard that she passed away. And people have said the same thing that Sister Israel has said. He has something to do with her passing. So for those of y'all that are just joining us, thank you very, very much for tuning in and welcome back to Yosef's 2 Cents. I'm your man, Yosef X, and tonight, excuse me, we're talking about this whole P. Diddy case and the past controversy surrounding P. Diddy and how notoriously shady and grimy this man has been in the past as well. And before I got a chance to read at least the an excerpt of the article, you all were flooding in with your observations, and I was trying to acknowledge them before I got a chance to read at least an excerpt of this article. I'm gonna acknowledge 2 more of your observations. Then I'm gonna read this article right quick. J. Cole says, apparently her book will still come out. I think she knew her life was in danger, so she may have gotten everything written before she died. We'll see what happens. Indeed, we will. We will definitely see, and we will definitely hear. Giselle says, Kamora Lee Simmons is having an all speak about the death of her best friend, P. Diddy's ex, the one that he murdered. Oh, boy. Daniel P. says, I've heard Keke Palmer done file a restraining order against her baby daddy. Yo, Keke Palmer's full of it, bro. She's full of it. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on a little bit more on that, a little bit more. I think I did that already in the past past episode, but if I didn't, I'm going to give my 2 cents on it. But let me go ahead and read this article right quick and give my 2 cents on it, and then we'll proceed on. Rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs and R&B artist Cassandra Cassie Ventura have settled a legal case 1 day after she accused him of rape and sex trafficking. Now, this article was written by the BBC's Emily McGarvey of the BBC News. The pair said they reached an agreement on Friday without disclosing details. In a joint statement with Mr. Combs, Ms. Ventura said that she decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. Mr. Combs wrote, "We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love." Ms. Ventura filed the lawsuit on Thursday, in which she says she was trapped for a decade by Mr. Combs, her ex-boyfriend, in a cycle of abuse and violence. The rapper and record executive, who also goes by the stage name Puff Daddy, denied the allegations and accused the singer of trying to extort him. His lawyers said the claims were offensive and outrageous. Confirming the statement, Ms. Ventura's lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, said, quote, "I am very proud of Ms. Ventura for having the strength to go public with her lawsuit. She ought to be commended for doing so," end quote. Ms. Ventura had alleged that the rap producer raped and beat her over 10 years, starting when she was 19, and he was 37. After years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story, she said in a statement on Thursday. The lawsuit included multiple graphic descriptions of the violent abuse that she says began after she met the rapper in 2005. According to the complaint, Mr. Combs signed her to his record label Bad Boy and piled the vulnerable Miss Ventura with drugs and alcohol, causing her to fall into dangerous addictions that controlled her life. Following the settlement, Mr. Combs' lawyer Benjamin Braffman said, quote, "Just so we're clear, a decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way, does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He is happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Ms. Ventura the best." The lawsuit labeled the musician a serial domestic abuser who would regularly beat and kick Ms. Ventura, leaving black eyes, bruises, and blood. End quote. In a statement to the BBC News in response to the lawsuit and before the settlement was announced, Mr. Combs' lawyer said Ms. Ventura had demanded $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship. End quote. Mr. Braffman said the lawsuit was riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, and the alleged demand was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. So, let me go ahead and say this as well. Let me do this right quick. The reality of the matter is they can say anything they want to. But the fact is, for me, honestly, given this man's notorious and infamous record of being an outright liar, an outright abuser and user, and yes, given the record of him and him given the record of him being just a complete piece of scum, the man is outright guilty. Point blank, period. He's guilty. There is absolutely no way in the world that you are going to get me, to sit here and to believe that this man is not guilty of abusing this young woman. Now, let me also say this. There are also those who are saying that P. Diddy is a lot of things. He may be a crooked, no good, lying bastard. But there are a lot of you that are saying that what Cassie is saying is a complete load of bull. There's a lot of you that's saying this. There's also a lot of you that's saying, if Diddy is really guilty of abuse, why the hell fact did she stay with him for over 10 years? And let's not mind you, let's not forget the kind of times that we are living in. Because we're living in a time where women are willing to become famous by any means necessary, even if it means them lying on being victims of sexual misconduct. That's the argument that's a lot of people are talking about as well. There's a lot of people that's saying that Cassie is a bone-faced liar. And there are also some of you that are saying, mind you, brother Yosef, mind you, brother X, you said it yourself. These females are toxic, bruh. And you just said it again. They are willing to do anything and everything to get the bag and to extort men out of their hard-earned money. You just said it yourself. And furthermore, P. Diddy, that's what a lot of you all are saying as well. He's not above not abusing somebody. He's not above having people killed. He's not above having people beaten and attacked. He's not above doing that. If anything, he is notorious for doing just that. He's absolutely notorious. So here's the thing that people are always talking about. People are always saying, P. Diddy is this, he's guilty of doing that. On the other hand, Cassandra is no paragon of virtue and she's no saint herself. But what I am saying also is that when it comes down to doing all this, I still say P. is guilty, man. But that's just me. Given the reputation that this man has, excuse me, and everything that's been going on with him in the past, you can't tell me that what he is or what he's not doing has not been suspect. I mean, think about it. Really think about it. And the fact is, why else? Why else would people say about this man, hey, he doing some grimy things? So, and again, my stance on this is simply this. Given the things that I have read about his reputation, what I've heard, what I've read in the news, not just this case today, because this case just only adds to my lack of faith in him. But on the other side of the coin, I have to raise the question, why did it take her so long to finally come out? Is it because that she actually was afraid for her life? Was she afraid that she might be in P. Diddy's skeleton or a closet or his boneyard? Because let's face it, anybody and everybody that is in the music industry or the entertainment industry, let's not kid ourselves here. They're not paragons of virtue. They're not paragons of virtue at all. Now, don't get all in your feelings. At least I be misunderstood. Am I saying that he has the right to abuse anybody? I never said that. Nor did I imply that he has the right to do it, because I never said that and I never implied it. I never said or implied that he has the right to do anything. Nobody has the right to abuse anybody else in this world. I never said that. I never implied that. So please, ma'am, and please, sir, use your emotional intelligence when you're listening to me speak. Because the fact is, again, anybody that preys on anybody, whether a man preys on a woman or a woman preys on a man, they should be punished for it. Point blank, period. And I make no apologies for it. Nobody has the right to be a parasite. Period. Point blank. Nobody has the right to be a parasite at all. So please understand. And I'm not defending P. Diddy, nor am I defending Cassandra. I'm not defending anybody. Because what I find is a paradox between two people that I'm suspect of anyway. Y'all excuse me a minute. I'm suspect of them any way it goes. My apologies. Nobody has the right to abuse anybody. Nobody has that right. Now, let me get to your observations right quick before we get to your observations right quick before we have a quick intermission. Come on. There we go. All right. Daniel P says, you seen her mother cursing him out over the phone, making all kinds of physical threats against him. You mean with this whole Keke Palmer situation and her having a restraining order against her father? Yo, that's a load of nonsense. I've seen the screenshots. And the screenshots that I've seen of Keke Palmer and her father, it didn't look like that he was abusing her at all. If anything, it looked like he was blowing her back out. It was a consensual thing. You ever notice how sometimes you have screenshots of certain positions of people in certain compromising positions? Like it looked like it came from a security camera in her home, and she got screenshots from the security camera, and he was blowing her back out. She's full of it, man. I really believe that. She's full of it. Giselle says P. Diddy had paid the law off to not make those charges public. Now says a lot, unfortunately. And I was actually referring to, yeah, I feel sorry for those kids too. Those are the children are the biggest victims. Point blank, period. The children are the biggest victims, honestly. It's unfortunate for them. It is. It's unfortunate that these kids are the biggest victims. And they are. And if P. Diddy has to go through all this trouble to keep this hush-hush, like I said, there's really no telling just how much more evil and how much more grimy things this man has really done. And Brother Barron, you're absolutely right. Money does speak. Money talks. Money does talk, and money talks all the doggone time. Yes, it does. No doubt about it. Let's see. Those individuals are abusers themselves. You'll be surprised just how much nonsense and how much shenanigans goes on in Hollyweird, as it's called. Brother Barron says, no, I'm saying P. Diddy has the money to pay his security to do the criminal service for his glorious gratitude. That's dripping with sarcasm, dripping all over it. Just because she supposedly is not a saint, don't give him the right to abuse her. We've already established that. I'm not defending P. Diddy by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. He has no right to abuse her or anybody else. He has no right to do that. Nobody has the right to be a parasite to anybody else. Nobody does. Me, you, Daniel P., Sister Israel, Marla, Marie, or anybody else. None of us in this world has the right to abuse anybody and to be a parasite to anybody else. None of us does. Period. Let's not forget, says Sister Israel, let's not forget that he adopted Al B. Shure's son and had this man in intensive care unit for a long time, but he almost died. See, that's something I heard about Al B, being in intensive care, but I didn't know P. Diddy had adopted his son. I didn't know that. Yeah, I've heard that same thing. Daniel P says they be in these mansions doing satanic rituals as well as wicked sex acts. Only those are in the boule. He continues. They're using checkered floors of black and white using certain mirrors and candles to communicate to demonic spirits. As we sometimes cross over to their side and to them on our side. Brother Barron says P. Diddy had the women doing sexual favors with law enforcement, celebrities, and all who will pay him. Hell, he even watched her have sex with other men for his satisfaction. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that too. Sister Jill says that's why when other wimp celebrities are asked a question about demons, they are silenced. Yeah. P. Diddy also, says Giselle, had many signed agreements to not speak about what's going on with him. Listen, everything from the Illuminati, the Boule, rituals, homosexual ritualisms, and all this kind of thing, I've heard all of that before. Celebrities sacrificing other celebrities, I have heard all of that and so much more. And I'm not putting it past them to do it. You know, all I'm saying is, do I really think the man is guilty of doing what he did? I believe he is guilty, despite what these lawyers are saying. The man is guilty because there's no way in the world I myself would be willing in a matter of 24 hours to just hand over and to just settle like that. Now, we going to war for my innocence. We are going to war. We are going to war. If I'm innocent, God damn it, I'm going to war, period. That's just how it is with me. We going to war, period. We are going to war, period. We're going to war. Ain't no way around it. We going to war. All right, y'all. What we're getting ready to do now, we're getting ready to take a brief break. And when we come back, I got some more random thoughts for y'all. Not necessarily concerning about P. Diddy and the rest of these celebrities, but I want to delve a little bit about fathers that made the choice while in monogamous relationships to have an extramarital affair, to break the agreement of their monogamous marriage and relationships and have children outside of the marriage. I got some 2 cents on that as well. Brother Barron says, listening to all this mess, how many are satisfied with your life? Listen, I'll be honest with you. After hearing a long time ago when I was younger about what celebrities go through and all the mess and the hell and the havoc and the headache they go through, I'm satisfied with my life. I'm glad I ain't no celebrity. I'm glad I'm no celebrity. I'm glad that I didn't have to do things that goes against my beliefs, my convictions, my beliefs in order to make it, to the next level. I'm glad. I'm happy. I don't have everything that I want, but I'm glad that my needs are being met. And I'm glad that, I have peace and contentment compared to these celebrities. I mean that. I'm happy. Now, am I satisfied with my life? No, because I want to improve. I want to go as high as I can go in this life. But as far as inner peace and inner contentment is concerned with these celebrities, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. For real. I'm happy. I'm happy. It's 30 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. We're getting ready to take a brief intermission. When we come back, I got some more thoughts on some things, especially when, like I said, when it comes down to fathers having children outside of their monogamous marriages and relationships. Because there's been a lot of fathers that have made the mistake of not owning or not being in that child's life. I'm going to share with you what I would do as a man, what I would personally do if I found myself in that situation. Thankfully, this has not happened to me, and I pray it never does. But I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give y'all my 2 cents as to what I feel will be the right thing for me to do as a man if I ever found myself in that situation. And hopefully the damn Wi-Fi will stop acting like a stupid ass nigga. I'm your man Yosef X. This is my 2 cents. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Like the video, share the video, tag your family and your friends, and donate to our cause. My Cash App ID is $Hidden One Truth. That's $Hidden One Truth. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few moments.
dealt with Brandon. That wasn't A-Bone either. Bird and them were there to see it, but another man did all the extras. All that cigarette shit. All that bullshit with the eyes. See, now this man, he building a rep for himself. And he wants you bad. The brutal shit. That's his protocol. The bow tie, whatever motherfucker weather. That must be small. Where'd he go? got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so don't get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan, drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio serve that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my freaka. Girl, I'll be a freako, mamacita. I would never make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the fairest. Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us. And I'll agree, baby. In the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. You say you want a good time, but here I am, baby. Here I am, baby. Talk to me, talk to me, baby. Tell me on your mind. What's on your mind? If you want it, girl, come and get it. All this is here for you. Tell me, baby. Tell me, baby. What you wanna do? Strawberry shining bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. A sex by the fire. All right. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I like.
All right, y'all. I do apologize for coming back so late. We getting ready to wrap this thing up here. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Yosef's 2 Cents. I'm your man, Yosef X. And tonight we have been discussing this whole P. Diddy case and this whole P. Diddy saga. Concerning this whole ordeal with Miss Cassandra Ventura. And once again, I want to let every one of you that is still with us know how much I appreciate you. Like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Like the video, share the video, and tag your family and your friends on this blue app, Facebook/Meta. And as you can see at the bottom of your screen, our Cash App ID to donate is Hidden One Truth. That's $ Hidden One Truth. Look, before we get ready to wrap it up, there's some things that I feel it necessary to get addressed here tonight, and that's concerning all the men out there that, for whatever reason, you chose to step out in your monogamous marriage, your relationships, and have a child by another woman. And you have decided to not be in that child's life. Let me share this with you, if I may. If I were in your shoes, and I'm not saying this as a minister, I'm not saying this as a podcast talk show host, I'm talking straight up, hypothetically, as a man. If I were in your shoes, I would still be in that child or the children's life. I would have to be man enough to own up to the consequences, whether it's divorce, whether it's a breakup, whatever the case is. I would not sacrifice not being in that child's life because that child had nothing to do with your choice and the mother's choice to sleep with each other. There have been a lot of men, and there still are a lot of men that are not in their child's life because of the wife telling that man, stay away from that woman and stay away from that child. If I were in that situation, I would have to tell my wife, look, it's bad enough that I reneged and I betrayed your trust. I had a moment of weakness, and I cannot apologize to you enough. I'm very, very sorry for betraying our marriage. As painful as it is, if you want to divorce me, I understand. But if there's one thing that you are not going to do, you are not going to tell me not to be in that child's life, because that child had nothing to do with my bad choice, with my decision. That child did not ask to be born here. That child did not ask to be born. It's bad enough that I betrayed you. I've sabotaged all lives involved. But the most precious life in this situation for me to sabotage, if I'm not involved in that life, is that child's. You can hate me all you want. You can be angry with me all you want. But if there's one thing you are not going to tell me to do concerning my child, I'm going to be in that child's life, whether you like it or not. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring that up was because last night, when I was briefly spending time with my lady last night, I saw a video. Either it was last night or night before last. I don't remember what day it was. But I saw a man, right, denying his son a place to stay. Denying not only his son a place to stay, but denying the baby's mother, his baby's mother, and his son a place to stay. Because this nigga didn't have a place of his own. He was staying with his girlfriend. See, that's the problem with a lot of you soggy ass niggas and you soggy ass females. You don't stop to think that a lifetime, that a moment of pleasure can lead up to a lifetime of despair. You soggy females and you soggy ass niggas. You don't stop to think that a moment of pleasure can lead up to a lifetime of despair and regret and remorse. And this is why every man has got to understand it ain't good for you to be shacking up, whatever. It ain't good for you to be staying with your woman's house, at your woman's crib, because she can throw your ass out on the street at any second. Then what the hell you gonna do? Especially if you ain't got no source of income coming in. You rely on her to do everything. So you just laying up, doing nothing. That's why it's always important for a man to have his own space, to have his own place of residence. You got to have a source of income. You got to have one, you got to have two, you got to have three. So that way, if you're staying with your old lady, with your woman, and she kicks you out for whatever reason, you can always go back to your spot. I mean that. Now, there's a lot of uncomfortable truths and a lot of uncomfortable matters we keep sweeping under the rug. But we are not going to get any better if we don't talk about this. I got no respect for that dude because he was willing to deny his son a warm place to stay. Now, here's the thing with me. If I was in that man's situation, I would welcome my son with open arms. But as far as that baby mother is concerned, I would say my son is always welcome here. That's my blood. He comes from me. He comes from my loins. But you, after all of the things that we've been through, after all the stuff you put me through, you ain't welcome here. You're going to have to do the very best that you can. But my son is always welcome in my house. And that's another reason why a lot of boys are growing up without strong fathers in the home. They got soggy ass niggas who don't know a hole in the wall from a hole in the ground or a hole in there you know what. I had to address this because it really bothered me. And then the nigga was just going to, he said it just so matter-of-factly. He said it so nonchalantly. Yo, you can't stay here, man. Y'all can't stay here, man. Man, boy. If I had a gun, see, the Most High knows what he's doing. Because if it was me, I'll tell you something. Man, if I had a gun, boy, I'm telling you, I would have lit him up. I am not kidding. Fathers matter. I would, man. I would have. Man, I'm telling you. I would have shot him repeatedly. Stupid bastard. Fathers matter. It's important for a boy to have a father in the house. It's important. It's very important for a boy to have a father in the house. And just in case that soggy heifer told me that I couldn't have my son to come and live with me, even if I was staying under her roof, guess what I'd do? Just so she could get some sense. And I smack her repeatedly until she did get some sense. I would. I would. I'm going to say this, and I'm out of here. The reality is, when it comes down to this whole entire P. Diddy case and Cassandra, I really think P. Diddy is guilty of everything that he's accused of doing. I really do. He ain't no saint at all. And at the same time, I'm not saying that what Cassie has done, I'm not saying that she's lying on P. Diddy. She could very well be lying on him. Maybe, maybe not. But the situation is that since neither one of them are paragons of virtue and neither one of them are really saints, I think this is just really a matter of one party getting more out of the other. Somebody got more out of the other person than the other person got out of the other. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think Diddy got more out of Cassandra than Cassie did out of P. Diddy at first. $30 million, man, that's a lot of bread. That's a lot of money. And for those that's asking the question, you would actually slap your baby's mama even if you were staying there and you didn't have. Yes, I would. And then a light bulb with me. Here's the thing. It would be in that precise moment where I recognize the fact I got to get my stuff together for me and my son. Because me and my son, we need a better life. My son needs a better life. I want to have a better life for my son. And then after that, I wouldn't have to worry about living with no woman at all. See, that's why a lot of men don't want to be living with no woman right now. Because men understands that the contemporary woman is a very fickle creature. 1 minute you're happy, then the next minute you ready to throw somebody out. And quite frankly, men don't want to be bothered with that. Men do not want to be bothered with that at all. Period. Point blank, period. Oh, he settled it with $100 million? Sheesh. I thought it was 30. It was more. Okay, I was off by way off. I was off by 70 million. It's $100 million. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that. Well, see that I appreciate it. See, well, if she was asking for $100 million, guess what? That means that dude is really, really, really guilty. I'm just saying. There's just a lot of things that these celebrities do to themselves, and they put themselves in situations, bro. I couldn't put myself in. I just couldn't do it. I just could not see myself and put myself in situations like that. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. Excuse me. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. All right. Let me acknowledge your observations so we can get up on out of here because we all got to go to work in the morning. Let's see. Sister Giselle says, I am thoroughly convinced in the life God has provided me with. Same here. All praise to the Most High Yah for my life. Daniel P says, as you can see, these devils coming out more and more in the music. In the music, movies, and TV. It just goes to show who's really running the show, pulling the strings. That's true. Clive Marla says, Clyde Davis is being spoken of regarding being P. Diddy's sexual partner, sugar daddy. That ain't the first time I've heard that. That is not the first time I've heard that. Sister Giselle says, everyone that attend P. Diddy's parties knows what goes on, including T.D. Jakes. That's not the first time I've heard that either. Lady Marley, you remember that video too? Yeah, that man denying his son. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. There's a lot of things that these soggy niggas are just able to do. I couldn't do. But then again, I'm not dysgenically bred. I come from good stock. I can't say the same for the rest of these soggy niggas. Anyway. Excuse me. Now, Sister Israel, come on now. No. We do not have a child on the way. We do not have a child on the way. No, ma'am. We do not. We do not have child on the way. No, Naughty, we do not have a child on the way. And I'm assuming y'all were laughing at me because of my sound effects. And I figured I'd bring them back out tonight. Yeah, I figured I would have a chance to bring and to use my sound effects tonight. I figured I would do that. I would use it tonight. You think so? Well, I stopped finally. Good Lord. Lady Marla says she asked for $30 million, but he offered $100 million. That right there, that bespeaks of his guilt. That bespeaks his guilt. Yep, that bespeaks right there. That bespeaks his guilt. Lord have mercy. That bespeaks his guilt right there. Yep. That bespeaks his guilt right there. That ought to tell you right there. That bespeaks his guilt. And you know something? Before it's all said and done, there's going to be some more ish about P. Diddy that's going to come out too. I really believe that. There is going to be some more stuff that's going to come out of P. Diddy before it's all said and done. There's going to be some more things that's going to come out. Just you watch. It's going to be some more things to come out. But as far as you struggle face, soggy, struggle bodied, Winnie the Pooh, Smokey the Bear built, poverty faced critters are concerned that don't want to take care of your kids, you ought to be shot. And you heifers need to be slapped just like this, repeatedly. And if the Rugrats ever came in and they asked what they're doing, I'll be just like this. Sure would. And as soon as the Rugrats leave, I feed them some snacks. I go right back to shooting both these struggle-faced dudes and these soggy females and these soggy niggas too. One more round. I get so sick and tired of soggy dudes. and soggy females. They just want to be irresponsible. Get on my nerves. All right. I got time for one more question. And after that, I got to get ready to go. And I got to get ready for work in the morning. And y'all got to get ready for work too. Unless y'all ain't got to go to school. But I got to go to work. But I must admit, I've had fun tonight. Especially using my sound effects. Don't worry, I'm not drinking anything that's alcoholic. I'm drinking ginger ale. Unfortunately, you can't see it, but you know, it's ginger ale. It's ginger ale. So it has healing properties. It's helping my stomach to feel better. Let me get to your observation before I get on out of here. Nadia's laughing. Hey, his stomach hurt. Yeah, brother Baron, I'm unloading on soggy dudes and soggy females that don't want to take care of their kids. They deadbeats. I'm shooting and slapping tonight. Shooting and slapping. There you go. Excuse me. Thank you, sweetheart. You're the only one that will call me handsome and I look scruffy. I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliment. Back to slapping these soggy face heifers. And these soggy dudes. No, I'd rather be John Shaft. I'd rather be John Shaft. Yeah, Nadi says she has a question. Who is the most spoiled in my relationship? You know what? I rest my case. I ain't going to even answer that. I am not going to even answer that. And you already know the answer to it. Well, it's been a ball, y'all. But the clock on the wall says that's all for now. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of y'all for your participation, for your comments, and your observations. On the YouTube side, like, share, and subscribe, and shout out to all of my new subscribers. On the Facebook Meta side, like, share, and tag your family and your friends. Donate right there. Donate. Cash App ID $ Hidden One Truth. Until next time, I'm your man Yosef X. That's been my 2 cents. Y'all have a good night. Catch y'all on the flip side. Peace. I'm out.